Alright, and welcome back to Kuma Style. I'm TJ Duckett, and right now I'm filming part 2 of my Mastermind Creations Night Morpher Eliminators review overview. And here in part 2 we've got the first look at Night Morpher 06, '06 Stormer and '07 Warper, which are, of course, homages to their Hearts of Steel, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. So they do have release dates of mid-November and mid-December, respectively, but you're going to get the opportunity to take a look at them now. Now, be forewarned, these are test shots, not necessarily prototypes, but not necessarily finished. One thing that I know for a fact is that we will see more paint apps in the chest area. Not necessarily matching those of Screecher, but something to break up the silver a little bit more. Personally, what I want to see is maybe some black around the edges and propeller on Warper, and some blue, honestly, around these edges and vents and things like that, just to fill it out a little bit on Stormer over here. To me, that would be fantastic, but even right now, just looking at the blue and the black plastic molding, as well as the accents on them, like the red on Stormer, the purple on Warper, these things just look incredible in person, and it's a privilege to have the opportunity to have these in hand and, you know, share them with you, especially so far out from release. So I just want to do a quick overview and things like that. We're not going to go as in-depth as the Screech review because that handled a lot of the transformation and extra features and things like that. But I at least want you to get a look at what's in store. And also, one thing of note is these faces aren't even final. So what you're seeing right now is a stoic face that was seen on the Awakening mold. And I am not for certain if these will be the faces that these come with, or if they come with extra heads and things like that packed in, because they are just on a ball joint, and I think it'd be awesome to have options. I even think it'd be awesome to have another option for Screecher, because the smirking face is awesome, but it just doesn't work in every shot I want to take. But alright, just taking a look at Stormer over here, and as you can see, he's pretty damn cool. Alright, zoom out a bit, just so you can see him front to back. Alright. Okay. And just like I suggested with the QC issues on Screecher, if you have any, by all means, if you have suggestions and things like that for the paint applications or the final versions of these, hit Mastermind Creations up, whether it's through their customer service email, on their Facebook page, you know, however you can, and I will include links to those on this review as well. Just check out the info. Alright, so there's Stormer. Okay, and here is Warper. And even though the blue on Stormer is awesome, Warper, this purple, man, it's just to die for. And as you can see here, right now he is sporting the same head as the Awakening version, just like Stormer is. Let's see if I can angle that up a little bit more for you, so you can actually see. Alright, zooming out a bit here. Okay, just go ahead, get him turned around. And one thing that stood out to me is that the purple on the molded plastic and the paint apps are different shades. The one on the molded areas is more of a hot purple. And I like it because it actually breaks it up. The purple apps on the wings, that color choice actually matches it a bit more than I think the, more standout purple would. What's really cool though is, if you don't notice, this is an awesome homage color-wise or whatever, and color choice, like the palette, to the classics, the American Classics release of Skywarp in the 2-pack with Ultra Magnus. So, alright. And there is Warper. Now let's go ahead and check out the alt modes. Alright, we are back with the alt modes here. We already went over the transformation once again in depth in the Screecher review, which will be linked in this video as well. So if you want to see how to get these from point A to point B in terms of robot to alt mode here, you can definitely take a look at that. But for right now, I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a preview of the alt modes for, once again, Morpher 06 Stormer and 07 Warper. So let's go ahead and look at them one by one. Get Warper off the stage for a little bit. I really, really, really love the blue on Stormer here. I mean, it just pops. That's the only way to describe it. And hopefully the photos provided with this review as well, really make that shine out more, because damn, it is very, very nice. Okay. Looking at this from all sides. And I'm going to say the least flattering view is probably the side view. Just really thin, not a lot to it, Okay. And there's that. I really like that the details on these make a pretty simple transformation look good. I mean, you could almost look at the robots and tell exactly how they transform by looking at the alt modes, but at the same time, they still have a nice clean look to them in both modes. Alright. And there is Warper. Okay, taking a look at that. Alright, and next I got a little bit of a treat for you guys. Alright, so in the last review of Screecher, I showed you guys how to go ahead and link these up to any of the KM-01 commander modes to go ahead and get these to act as a caboose. So what I'm going to do now is complete that off and show how to actually link the Seeker modes together, or the Eliminators, to get them as a more full caboose. So let's go ahead and we're going to raise the camera up, angle it downwards, because we are going to need to, maybe I'll even move the camera back. Yeah. Going to need to zoom in here. Okay, so you're going to see here what's the back of the knee on Screecher. And while it's in alt mode, it has two pegs that can actually tab out, like so. Alright? And we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side here. Make sure those wings are pegged in there. Sorry, they weren't pegged, so that's why my hand was in the way a little bit. But if you don't remember, to get Screecher to attach to Annihilator correctly, we had to separate the feet. Kind of like the feet are separated now on Warper. So let's go ahead and put him on the track. And what you have to do, it's hard to really show because there's a very tight space, but there is actually a peg hole at the bottom of the foot that tabs into that. So let's see just how far I can get it on camera. Sorry in advance if, my hands are in the way, but it's a tight fit. So what I'm doing here is just trying to peg them And it's hard because that peg from the back of the knee, you know, of course wants to go in. Back into the knee. So, alright, we've got one side tabbed in. And you probably can't see it. I'm actually going to unlink from Annihilator. Alright guys, I apologize for that. I have no idea what happened. My camera just bugged the hell out. It would just keep flickering off when I tried to turn it back on after I saw that it stopped recording. But everything's all fixed up now. I actually had to do a firmware flash on my camera. But anyways, here we are. We have everything all linked up as seen in the comic book with the Crow Battalion rather than the Eliminators. But yeah, really, really cool stuff. And I really look forward to everybody having this, all the pictures that I'm going to see and everything like that. Let's go ahead and get it to a lower view here. And yeah, like I said, just awesome, awesome stuff throughout. Mastermind Creations, they have done a wonderful, wonderful job with these Eliminator figures, and I mean, they're just too good to pass up. I mean, they are on pre-order pretty much at every major e-tailer right now. Go ahead and snag these up. I have a feeling that the secondhand market on these is gonna be pretty damned high once these orders, or this run of these, ships out. Yeah, I mean, this is TJ Duckett once again. Thank you for taking the time to take a look at, once again, KM-06 Stormer and KM-07 Warper, coming to e-tailers near you mid-November, mid-December. Hopefully you guys all pick them up. Thank you again for watching, and see you next time.